are in the process of getting ready for some freezing temperatures that we have coming over the next week or so. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's gonna be really cold. So we're working on prepping our animals, making sure they're warm and safe, that they have food and water.
We're kind of a southern Midwest farm here in Northwest Arkansas, so like we don't get a lot of really cold temperatures, and so it's not maybe as baked into our infrastructure as it could be, but we do have a lot of really cold stuff coming. So if you've got a farm or you're thinking about starting a farm and thinking about how you get through winter, this would be a good episode to watch because we're going to be dealing with a lot of that today. So we're going to be starting by moving our chickens today. Right now they're sitting in a really muddy spot, so we'd like to move them and get them a little more cover. We get a lot of wind through here as well. It's a bit of a wind tunnel up here in the front of the farm. So we're going to move them to a bit more sheltered of an area. Also, as you may recall, the chicken tractor itself, just for the base, is just welded wire, and so we get tons of airflow, which is great in the summertime, but right now it's working against us in the winter. So we're going to take some straw bales and line those up around the bottom, try and insulate that chicken tractor a bit more for them. And then we'll move down to the pigs and check their area out and see how we can maybe build a bit of a shelter for them as well. Here, come check this out.
Oh,
so like
my gosh.
The stump and the wheel just sunk. Let's go get just a jack and a piece of wood and jack it up.
Okay. Like a car jack? So you're
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, is there one in your car I can go grab?
There's one in the barn.
I'll work on fence.
Okay. I'll be right back.
A little more. Oh, perfect, right there.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Didn't like that, did they?
I've searched for gold and I've uncovered all kinds of treasure, but I'd take it all and I'd give it to somebody else, 'cause none of that means much.
Okay, so we've got the tractor moved behind us. We are currently putting up our fence for them. Now, what we found is they will actually hop over this, but they're not super smart, so they're not good at hopping back in. So before we were doing one kind of long, kind of fenced in area, but I think they hopped out of that more. So we're making it a little bit wider this time in hopes that they will stay inside. The fence is to help keep them in a certain grassed area so they don't ruin the whole pasture, and so we can kind of rotate them through. But it's also, it keeps some predators out. It can be electrified, but it doesn't really do anything for the chickens. They don't even feel it with all their feathers. Are you ready for the madness?
They're scared.
Oh.
They're gonna be so much happier in here.
Yeah. Yeah, they will. Oh, we do have an extra rooster. Like he's one of the flock. So happy. Look at all this space, ladies. Moving which chicken? Oh. Moving the chickens went pretty well. They've got a nice big space in here instead of a long space. That already feels pretty good. They're very happy to be out, and I think they're gonna be pretty cozy with those hay bales that we packed around.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take some straw, put it on the ground here. Part of that's to protect the dirt from getting too muddy, the ground from getting too muddy. But and then we'll take some extra straw and shove it in the cracks in between the bales and the chicken tractor where it needs to be. But other than that, I think they're pretty much ready to go.
So let's go work on the pig. I was making dinner a few nights ago and Joe and the kids went down to the pigs and they took a bunch of straw bales, just trying to create a nice warm spot where they can do their pig pile thing, because they will. So we're gonna go down and check on it and make sure it's okay, make sure it's tall enough, and that they're gonna be happy this next week or so when we get sub-zero temperatures. They did a pretty good job. I think the pigs were in here last night moving things around a little bit too, knocked down their little roof. So I'm just gonna kind of build up this little wall because most of our wind comes down through there. Move. In you go, good pig. Okay. That looks pretty good. Okay, we've got a nice little windbreak now. Mama's a big fan. I think this will be great for when that freezing temperature comes. They'll all come in here and lie down together. They're enjoying sunning right now, but they'll be good to go. So as we were working on our chickens, we had a nice neighbor stop by and said, mentioned, you might want to think about the bees too, which is so great. Thank you for wonderful neighbors that help us out. We've got bees out here too, and they are currently in survival winter mode. In the winter time, their sole purpose is to stay warm and to keep the queen warm, actually. So they will create a ball of bees and put the queen at the center. All the worker bees will rotate, in and out of that center area so they kind of stay warm. And so they're gonna stay in the middle of the hive, just in this ball. They will bring the queen food. It's really fascinating. But we're gonna cover these hives with tarp. We have some burlap, whatever we could find. See if we could create even a little more windbreak for them and keep them just a little bit warmer, because it is gonna get so cold. And we really want them to survive this winter.
So we got to stop filming now and get to work because we're running out of daylight. But we've got several other things we got to wrap up. We've got to go pick up some bungee cords so that we can wrap the tarps around the beehives. We've got to go pick up some heating elements for the pig water, as well as some additional chicken water heating elements, the base plates that would be out here for the chickens. We got to make sure all of our faucets are covered and that the market garden is drained of all the water. What else? Anything else?
Yeah, and just make sure the water and the feed for our animals is topped off.
Yeah.
Because it'll be harder to fill as it gets colder.
Yeah, hoses freeze up, it gets hard. Also, having plenty of feed for your animals helps them stay warm. If they eat before they go to bed in the evening, their digestion helps create some body heat as well. So we do want to make sure that their feed is full and ready to go and accessible for them. So anyways, we're off. We're gonna go get that done and we'll see you next time.